Hello, and this is the Warpforge with a Batman update, really, a Batman video. This video is going to be about my tournament force. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, on the 9th of May, down at my local gaming area, there is a tournament battle report. It is the tournament, Batman tournament. And it is the first one in the northeast of England, so I'm more than happy to join up for that. And for that, I wanted to paint up all my minis because I wanted a really nice looking force that I'd be happy with. And I have the results. I do have objectives, which I'm slowly painting through. I've painted all the objectives, I'm just painting the bases now, just dark blue. Fits in with the whole Batman-esque game. At the moment I'm still painting up the lampposts. Hopefully we should get a video update on when I've painted all the objectives and lampposts. Anyway, so this video is going to be about talking about models, talking about what I'm going to use, what upgrades I've got, etc, etc. This is basically just a rundown through my tournament force. So, quickish video update. Hope you all enjoy. So, the minis first of all, because none of the minis were the same. They're all different poses, as you can see there. None of them look the same. None of them look the same. You could argue that the Master of Ceremonies with the axe and the clown costume and Borgon with the giant hammer have the same pose, but they are different clothed minis, so still nice variety, I feel. As you see, no mini there is the same. Every mini felt like a fresh painting experience, and I really enjoyed painting these minis up because I think it was just the low model count. It was the knowledge of when I've painted this mini, I don't have 50 more to paint, you know what I mean? I suppose that's one of the benefits of skirmish gaming. I'm starting to enjoy skirmish gaming a lot more, and I hope to continue playing this game because I really enjoy Batman. Cannot wait till I have Mr. Freeze Crew, which you'll get a whole ton of updates with. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, so, moving on. What does this force consist of? Well, the reputation and the cost for this faction, or for the tournament, is 350 points and 1,500 cash. 1,500 grand in dollars. So, what did I choose? Well, I have the Master of Ceremonies, I have Borgon, I have August, I have Tristan, I have Sniggerin, I have the Contre Augustique, I have Killer Croc, as you see, and I've got the man himself, Heath Ledger, the Joker, with his own special rules to accommodate the model. Now, what is the plan for this? Why did I choose certain minis? Well, we'll start off with the Master himself, the Joker. I chose Heath Ledger, well, because it was Heath Ledger. I really liked the Heath Ledger portrayal in The Dark Knight, and it was just basically fan favoritism. I naturally just went to this model because I really liked Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker. There's nothing more I could say there. Plus, when I was reading up on his rules on the card, I love the idea of the henchman bomb. So you knock out one of my guys, I'm going to make him explode. I just like the idea of, yes, I will be giving victory points to my opponent, but it'll be sweet. Just blowing up a henchman any way I choose. I like that. So that's mainly why I chose Heath Ledger's Joker instead of the usual Arkham City comic verse Joker and Titan Joker, because I don't really have Titan Joker at the moment. Although, oh, pardon me. Although I intend to get Titan Joker much later in the future. So, the Axe Guys. Why did I choose the Axe Guys? Because I needed somebody with tough endurance. That is the Master of Ceremonies. And the other guy is another cheapish henchman with an axe. And the axes, I find, are very good at close combat. As you see, I have a moderate amount of henchmen in this list. I haven't really spammed, I haven't really, went full out on henchmen. Only because henchmen are good and they're good for swamping the board. However, as I've learnt from past games with people, as you've seen in the Batman Battle Reports in the past, elite forces, I should really say, will take out bunches of henchmen if they get the chance. So I was thinking I need something which can hit back and take a little bit in. Like I said, the Joker's faction isn't really the endurance faction. That goes to more like to the League of Shadows and Two-Face, I feel. And obviously Batman and Arrow, because Batman and Arrow are usually the tough critters of the bunch. So, yeah. Joker's moderately tough, but he isn't the toughest. He's the dirty fighter, I always felt. So I need something which hit back but could take a few hits. Obviously not like Titan Bane level where it can tank all the hits off Titan Bane. Nothing can do that, obviously. But just something. That's why I chose the Axe guys, because once they hit really hard. Especially when you just go full out on attack and just crack them all one. Really. The two guns at the back, I got Sniggerin and Tristan. Yes, Tristan, I think. Tristan's a shotgun guy, as seen... Scissors. Over here. And Sniggerin is the guy with the assault rifle over here. Now, the shotgun guy is basically your fast scout. He flies up the board and fires his shotgun. Because his rate of fire is only 1, he doesn't really need to worry about having to basically waste a full rate of fire. Because, as I say, he's only rate of fire 1. He's only going to fire 1 bullet. But it's going to hurt. Especially on low... Not necessarily the big tough guys like Arrow or Batman or Solomon Grundy, but it's going to hurt more of the king to henchmen on cops on his own stat line. We have Borgon. Borgon is the escort to the Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker can take hits. He is a leader. However, you put him in front of someone like Deathstroke or someone like Clayface, you're going to want to run away from him. For me, Borgon's a good distraction, and he's also a good baiting material. Well, I say baiting, I mean more of like a predator. You just have Heath Ledger up, wait for somebody to come close to try and hit him, then Borgon just intercepts and just hits him with the hammer. Because he's got distract, it makes the enemy really easy to hit. So I always like Borgon, plus he's a tough critter with endurance of 7. The Contre Augustique. I chose the Contre Augustique because I've always used him in my games. No idea why. It's nothing anything like attraction-wise to him. Just, it's always been my first go-to choice when it comes to spare henchmen. I had a spare henchman, so I went to Contre Augustique. Plus, he's a cheap henchman to just fly up. If he gets knocked out, sure, I'm giving victory points to my opponent, but I can then activate Joker's bomb and go bang, and they all fall down, obviously. Now, Killer Croc. Why did I choose Killer Croc? Well, I looked at his rules. Obviously, because it's a tournament, you've got to think a bit more tactically if you want to get higher up, and because I really enjoy this game, I don't really have any like bad issues with playing this game competitively. So Killer Croc I chose because he's a tank. He's the heavy hitter I need in my force. Now I know people could say Titan Joker and all that, but Titan Joker hit and miss for me because I got Killer Croc before Titan Joker was even announced. But Titan Joker's always a hit and miss because he's basically Bane, but a little bit faster, I think. But he loses out on a lot more abilities as well because he's a walking tank as well. So I wanted to give a few more abilities play on the Dirty Fighter feel as well. What Killer Croc does is grants you an extra sewer marker because of his Lord of the Sewers rule, and he can optionally start in reserve underneath in all the sewers. Now what Croc does is, I use him more as a scalpel than a hammer, because whilst he is good and he can take a shed ton of beating due to the tough skin rule, you don't want him to go up against anyone too hard like Deathstroke or maybe Clayface, because he's just going to get swamped down there and it's literally going to be as cutthroat as Clayface versus Croc and just see which one wins. The only time you want him to go after somebody tough is when they're contesting an objective, or that big heavy hitter is a hammer type, well, is a leader type model like Titan Bane, for example. He's a massive tank and he's also a leader, so if you want to take him out, chances are shoot some distract your way and then send Croc onto him. Just get all those attacks in, you know. That's my opinion. What I use Croc for is more of a scalpel, because he pops out, sees a henchman, pops out so obviously, sees a henchman, goes to the henchman, cracks him one, and if I'm lucky or unlucky, depending on the situation, I'll be eating him with his cannibal rule. It's always great just to go, oh, I failed a test. Nom. He's mine. So yeah, again, I feel Croc plays on the dirty fighter role a bit. He can take a few hits in, but don't place him in front of someone like Deathstroke, because Deathstroke will hand him a new one, really, if I'm honest. So, what upgrades did I choose? Because I've got all them, they've got their own abilities, but I haven't discussed what upgrades I'm going to give them. Well, I'm going to give Sniggeren the thrower, or the grapple gun upgrade, which is the backclaw rule. And I choose Sniggeren all over the rest, because if I have misplaced him anywhere during deployment, just in case, or if I need to get a really good line of sight to a certain model, I can use the backclaw to zip somewhere else, or just to basically shoot to another building with ease without having to spend turns of climbing up roofs and climbing up things. I can just zip up there with the thrower. I also have 2 clown paintings, which I'm also giving to the 2 axemen at the front, and the Master of Ceremonies in August. Why? Because the idea I have is activate the guy, call, spend for distract, lower the defense down so that you can easily hit them with an axe, move it up, and then club them one with the axe. Now that will hurt. So that's why I'm giving all me upgrades. This crew is exactly 350 points of rep and exactly 1500 grand's worth of gear. So now we have strategies. As far as I know, strategies are allowed in this tournament. I chose 3 value 1 strategies, which are maps, which I can gain 2 extra lampposts or 1 sewer marker. I choose a sewer marker because I want as many places to put Croc as possible. I want to put Croc anywhere on the board. This would allow, well, that objective would allow me to do that, to get Croc into those hard places where I would normally not go. So therefore it would allow flexibility for my henchmen to get to objectives easier while Croc hunts down the hard to get character up a balcony or somewhere. I choose the change of plans, which is 1 objective and I can remove it 2d6 centimeters. That's good for me because I can move it towards me, I can move it away from a certain enemy, I can move it towards a certain enemy, depending on the objectives I choose. It allows for even more flexibility. So that's why I chose change of plans. And my last one I chose was patrol. Get 1 mini and I can place it 10 centimeters outside my deployment zone's limits. This is great for certain minis in my force, I feel, such as Sniggeren, because it allows me to have a greater deployment zone to place Sniggeren so that he can just easily claim line of sight to a model, shoot his assault rifle, get those damage right on him, you know? Because Sniggeren's assault rifle, you are wanting to blast that turn 1. If you don't, you want him in a better position turn 2. Turn 3 and more, you may have allowed an enemy to basically get near him and just clobber him on. Like Batman might just pop out nowhere and just go, back claw, right, you know what I mean? It's something you don't want. So turn 1, turn 2, that's when you want to be unloading the ammo. Turn 3 is risky, turn 4 is a bit, turn 5 is nearing the end of the game at times, turn 6 onwards, he's probably knocked out. As I've learnt from past experience. So yeah, that's my tournament force, that is what I'm going to apply. And for me, it's just a simple case of I just have to see what happens to the tournament, because I've played a variety of gangs, but I haven't played every single gang. So every game for me is going to be a new experience. Because every game is going to be a new experience, I obviously don't know what to really expect. Like I say, it's the first Batman tournament of the Northeast of England, and I am really looking forward to it. I really hope to kick some butt. Yep. So I hope this gang will do well. I have a feeling this gang will do well. This is the Warpforge signing out. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you want to see more things, more videos on Batman or the war games and tabletop skirmish games, then please subscribe. If you want to talk about the Force or talk about anything about the Batman miniatures game, please give it a comment below. I'm more than happy to discuss the Batman miniatures games with you all. And if you like the video, then please give it a like. And if you want to spread the word of the good Batman miniatures game, then please just share it out to the world. This is the Warpforge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.